to apologize. I don't think this listening party is gonna go great. Falling through the door, flying across the floor. I have to go to Call Her Daddy podcast and apologize for being a good girl. Oh, hi, icons, and welcome to the Millennial Moment. My name is Julia, and I am your guide to the era of low-rise jeans and flip phones. Before we continue, please make sure to give this video a like. This is the series, and if you don't know about it, go to my channel and watch my introduction video where I talk about my project 100 best-selling female albums of the Y2K era and myself in details. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell so you won't miss your favorite album. Today we are talking about Hilary Duff. And why? Why are we talking about her today? Well, not long ago, she released a new album that is called Luck or something. In the words of my husband,
oh, what? Hilary Duff? Is she like a singer now?
But we, unlike my husband, we didn't live under the rock the entire time. We knew that Hilary Duff actually had a music career. And let's go back in time and see where and when it all started and how did we get here. Remember, like back in the days when the pop culture wasn't so personalized, a new artist did not need to go and scout for new audiences. Not even a new artist, any artist did not need to scout for new audiences because the audiences were already there, ready for you. In 2003, Disney Channel was pretty much in each and every household. Every week you would gather around the TV and have this experience or like time appointment with your favorite celebrity like Hannah Montana or Lizzie McGuire in our case. And those labels knew how to turn the attention into sales. Right in the middle of that, Hilary Duff drops her Metamorphosis. The album that it wasn't just particularly the album was Idea, the project of conversion, how it converted a TV persona into a massive global pop star. It takes the Disney character slash persona because we couldn't really disassociate. Then it takes the credibility and it floods the market. The presence is unavoidable and the music is everywhere. But here is a twist, and that's where the story gets interesting. Right in 2003, Apple Services launches iTunes. So here's the big change really happens. Now people switch from physical copies to, it wasn't streaming just yet, but buying music online. Hilary Duff's Metamorphosis can really be framed as a last example product of monoculture, yet the first product of Disney pop star machine. And you might ask me, what is a monoculture? I recently started seeing that term flooding around. I think because we now understand the difference between monoculture and like multiculture with probably like TikTok algorithms. If you talk to a teenager these days and you ask who are your, like celebrities, people you look up to, and they will give you names and you would have no idea who those people are. A workable definition for monoculture in this context would be where all this information is funneled through very narrow and limited amount of sources, channels, and gatekeeps. The example would be cable TV, radio, newspapers. Tabloids that we used to have, or like Hit Star, Hit Magazine, that would be a good example of that. All of that producing shared reference points nationwide and also worldwide. Because me growing up in Russia, I can definitely relate to American culture in 2000s because Russia was westernized. The guy whose channel inspired me to start my own, the Swiftologist, he lives in Singapore and he talks about the same experiences. One of my favorite examples is that my husband and I, we were both born in 1991, and we have this funny story. Both him and I used to run back home to watch Power Rangers, right? I'm in Russia. He's here in the United States, but we're doing exactly the same thing. And I think it is really, really cool.
While I was editing, this video went viral for being old, and I thought this is the best example of monoculture.
Every time I come a jigga gotta set it, then I gotta go, and then I gotta get it, then I gotta blow, and then I gotta shatter any little thing a jigga think it even doing, because it doesn't matter, because I'm gonna
The post monoculture, on the other hand, is when the information is fractured and you have your micro audiences. Right now, the culture of each and every person is defined by the algorithm and consumed through a feed. So for example, my feed is going to be different from yours, but back in the days before the algorithm, Disney was the feed. And luckily for Metamorphosis, it came right at the time of the switch. So you could actually have best of both worlds, right? You have your own trusted channels like TV and radio and MTV, like Disney networks. Plus you have new markets for newer, younger generations who are adventurous and savvy enough to try something new like Apple Music. Also, when it did come out, I wouldn't say it was necessarily a hit album, but the concept. Disney formula is a pop girl, a pop album, relatable lyrics, and maximum exposure. And Disney did it again and again and again for a decade to come. Yeah, and who followed Hilary Duff? Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, Ariana Grande, who else? Ashley Tisdale. And the most recent ones I can think of are Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter, of course. But I would say their experience is already slightly different for sure, because people experience their music at different times, right? They still followed the formula of the pop girl, TV exposure, yada yada, but the time that it reached the consumers was different. So I don't even know if these days you can follow that blueprint anymore, because the audiences are just so scattered across the board. Again, I'm going to re-emphasize it that the timing matters, because we are here reminiscing about the millennial moment, and that's one of those features that is very distinct and belongs to our generation. We experienced physical records. You had to go out of your way to buy a CD or a cassette. You needed to have a player. Like in the digital era, you just plug it in your headphones and you're good to go. If you have a CD, you also need to have a CD player. There is a different value to that. That's why people collect vinyls. I personally collect CDs. You can tell I do have a CD player. I haven't had a CD player for the longest time. We had the best of those worlds, but no life before and we know the life after. You might ask, like, why Gen X's or baby boomers then know that too. Why millennials are different? I'll tell you, because that was happening during coming of age era. So all that change happened while we were changing. Many millennials are very flexible and adjustable. So we're just like this Play-Doh, and you can mold anything you want from us. Very adaptable, very adjustable. We had to adjust to so much, and that would be a good example, right? Coming of age, multiply by the world that is changing, define the way we feel, the way we think, how our mindset is sculptured. That's why we're pretty unique. Yay. I think we are the best generation, of course. But not obviously because I'm millennial. Right at that time, all that madness and puberty mixed with the world crisis, many of them, where we have Metamorphosis by Hilary Duff. Yes, give it to me, give it to me. Actually, enough of that. Enough of my chatter. We got the idea. She was the first one. Let's see how she did it. Let's jump to our time machine and go to year 2003 and learn about our album.
Metamorphosis is the second studio album by American singer and actress Hilary Duff. The album was released on August 26, 2003 by Hollywood Records. Now, technically, this was her follow-up to a Christmas album, but the first time Hilary stepped into the pop music world. The album blends pop and light rock, very early 2000s, and very, I just discovered these feelings. And according to Hilary, it was about change, personal change, growing up and working it out. Wink, wink. Which, let's be honest, is exactly what her audience was doing at the same time. It clearly worked. Metamorphosis debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200, selling over 200,000 copies in its first week, and eventually climbed to number 1, making Hilary one of the youngest artists to ever top the chart. Hilary worked with the producers like The Matrix, the same team behind Avril Lavigne, which gave the album just enough edge to feel current but still safe enough to play in Target at 2 p.m. The album produced 3 singles, So Yesterday introduced a slightly more confident post-Lizzy version of Hilary. Come Clean, her biggest US hit, gave us rain, introspection, and the main character energy before we even had a word for it, and Little Voice leaned into the idea that she was now officially a touring pop star, and yes, there was a tour. Fun fact about the album, Come Clean became the theme song for MTV's Laguna Beach, and Laguna Beach Reunion is also happening right now.
Without further ado, let's dive in.
Starting super strong.
Yesterday. Everything is bigger in Texas. Those are the guys from Breaking Bad, the twins. Are they? I think so. The Breaking Bad, the crazy twins. Yeah, that guy for sure. That's 100% him. I'm not sure about the other guy, but one guy is from the Breaking Bad. She's going around taking pictures on the Polaroid. I'm actually super interested. I want to know what happened. I am invested in the plot. So yesterday. That's the shirt. You are so yesterday. Is that the way of her breaking up with him? Oh, okay. All right. I don't know what I was expecting, but basically she drops the package at his doorstep. There's the shirt that everyone was wearing saying everything's bigger in Texas, plus the Polaroid picture of Hilary Duff wearing another shirt that says you are so yesterday. Like she moved on. She moved kind of far, all the way to California with the shirt sending him Polaroid pictures. It's confusing, but it's okay. Like I said, I was invested in the video. Like I wanted to know what happens next, which is a good thing. In a 2006 interview, Hilary Duff shared that the fans often told her So Yesterday was the ultimate post-breakup anthem. Just reading the vibe, it was like, so yesterday, bad boy, bye-bye. So here is what we were talking about earlier, the digital music. So Yesterday premiered on AOL Music and was an instant hit, racking up over 500,000 streams in just 2 days. The massive online response helped catapult the song into the mainstream. That makes perfect sense. She wasn't who I don't know, it's a good example. She wasn't like Britney, Christina, Madonna. She wasn't a Madonna releasing an album with the history of, with a fan base. But she was this project conversion from Disney to pop stardom with the help of the streaming services, digital platforms. It just skyrocketed. Lyrically, the song is about breakup, moving on, putting things behind, and moving forward. It is good. Like, I can feel that sadness and a teenage angst. Probably something that she borrowed from Avril. I also read that she didn't really like the song at first, and when she listened to it more and more, it kind of grew on her. I haven't heard this song for many, many years. Now, listening back to it, I was like, saw yesterday. It's like, do I need to add it to my playlist?
Come Clean is coming up next.
It's raining, of course. It's not raining, it's pouring. It's pouring rain. There's the guy who does those covers like on TikTok or Instagram. I will definitely include it.
Let the rain fall down and wake my dreams. Let it wash away my sanity. 'Cause I wanna feel the thunder, I wanna scream. Let the rain fall down, I'm coming clean.
He's fantastic. I know he does. He did JoJo, and she responded to his TikTok. It's a really bad day for driving. Just outside. It's not raining. It's like a hurricane. No service. No, the roof is leaking. They have like pots and pans on the ground. No, the power is out. Is it James Blunt? All right. The boyfriend came. They're kissing in the rain. And what that reminds you of? The Cinderella story. I didn't tell a personal story in the beginning, and I'll be happy to tell you a story right now. So when I was growing up, we had our own version of Blockbusters. It was basically the same thing. I think the only difference was that if there is a movie that you really, really like, you can buy it out. I did buy the Cinderella story when I had to skip school for whatever reasons, like I was being sick, it was too cold, I didn't go to school, I had a day off, I would watch some movies. And my collection only consisted of maybe 5 movies. I had Cinderella story, I had Charlie's Angels, both, a couple of Olsen sister movies, and A Lot Like Love is such an underrated, like, missed gem. Hey, doggy. A Lot Like Love is the movie that no one knows about, but it's such a fun movie with Ashton Kutcher. I strongly recommend you to watch it. Charlie, are you doing this thing again? Go lay down. But going back to the Cinderella story, the rain scene reminds me of the Anne scene when her and Chad Michael Murray, there's a football game and she's leaving and he's running after her and gives her a kiss. To preface that scene, we need to remember that there is a drought. They're in a drought. They live in LA, like LA area. There is this romantic scene when she goes into his lockers and she needs to say her piece, and she goes like, waiting for you is like waiting for rain in this drought, useless and disappointing. I remember it. Yeah, waiting for you is like waiting for rain in this drought, useless and disappointing. And that scene completely, this scene from the music video reminded me of the movie. Movie's great. And by the way, have you seen Chad Michael Murray these days? Today is just all about the memes. I'm going to try to recreate the meme for you. I don't know how that goes. Like, I'm gonna have my fingers crossed. All right, here goes nothing.
My dreams, let it wash away my sanity, 'cause I wanna feel the thunder,
I'm Coming clean. It's very, very teenagey and angsty, especially. I want to scream. Yeah, tell him. Come Clean marked a shift in Hilary Duff's musical style. Well, if we're thinking that it's only her first album and it's the second song, I don't know. There was a certain musical style that's been developed just yet. Incorporating electronica and techno influences, the departure from what? The departure from her earlier bubblegum pop sound showcased her versatility as an artist and resonated with fans looking for a more mature vibe. That's nonsense. It's from Wikipedia. That's a pile of crap right here. Hilary Duff came strong with like Avril Lavigne pop punk vibe. So yeah, disregard this comment. The song's lyrics like Let the Rain Fall Down and Wake My Dreams use rain as a metaphor for emotional release and renewal. The imagery struck a chord with listeners, making Come Clean a memorable anthem for those seeking a fresh start. So this is continuation of our story. We already told him that he was so yesterday and now we're just coming clean. So it's a different way to say the same message, like I'm moving on, this is my new beginnings. That should have like it's called metamorphosis, but it's similar to like New Beginnings. Should have been a different album title, but Metamorphosis works, except I cannot pronounce it. Like they're telling you a secret, behind the scenes secret. Every time I have to say metamorphosis, I have to say it like 3 times. And if you see a clean cut or some editing errors, is because I'm struggling with metamorphosis. Look at that. It's getting better. Metamorphosis. There you go. The music video shows Hilary waiting for someone as the storm intensifies, culminating in a dramatic reunion in the rain. Hilary and Chet Michael Murray. Let her wash away my sanity. Does it call to her like rebellious nature? Is she a rebel? Like, come clean, right?
Rain came pouring down when I was drowning. That's when I could finally breathe. That morning, gone was any trace of you. I think I'm finally clean.
I love that song. I had to. But anyways, getting back on track, like come clean, metaphor for addiction, or are they lying, like lies? Are they hiding something and they need to come clean of that? You know, there could be a lot of analysis done, but I don't want to do it just yet because it's only song number 2. I kind of want to keep my options open and see where the story takes us next.
And the next stop is Working It Out.
I'm not stacking up or backing out or cracking up without. I'm working it out.
I'm working it out. The lyrics of this song, she's a teenager, she doesn't know a lot of things and she's learning as she goes, and so does her fan base because people like literally grew up with her. And just like in So Yesterday, you can change your clothes if you wanted. You can change your something if you wanted. It is a similar message here too. I'm just gonna go with the flow and figure things out and working it out. Oh well, that's like literally the title of the song. Some days I start off dragging my feet. Some days I want to fly. It's just the uncertainty, not in a bad way, but uncertainty of not knowing. And that's okay because they all are teenagers and they are supposed to not know. They're just in the beginning of their lives and their journeys.
I'm working it out.
And that line, I'm working it out, in theater, we call it a button. Like something at the end of the monologue, there is a line that is very strong, very punchy, and you're just like, And here it's like, I'm working it out, period. I'm not giving up, no. I think her biggest problem as the vocalist when she starts soft and she needs to climb that ladder, right? So she starts from the soft spot, somehow there's no energy. You can be quiet and still give a lot of energy. So in the beginning, like the first verse, it was so lame, so boring. I started listening to the song. I was like, oh my God, that's just gonna be a torture. And by the end, I was like, I love this song, so fun. Where was that energy in the beginning? Like, you still need to catch our attention, come from the place at heart, very intimate, very relatable. Remember, like I was telling you in my past video, like you have to sing or speak with the chest. When she gets to her chest, like normal speaking voice, the energy just disappears and it becomes like a whisper. Some days I'm this, some days I start off dragging my feet, some days I want to fly. It can be delivered better. The energy is reserved, but it's intentional. I'm speaking softly because I want to, not because I can't be louder. I'm an acting coach somehow. That's how I actually make money. Anyways, I hope you get my point. If you need some acting lessons, shoot me a message.
Up next is Little Voice.
Funny enough, just follow my commentary. The next song is called Little Voice. This makes me question a lot of things. So her energy does not pass the microphone. It does not travel through the camera. She doesn't even make eye contact with the camera. So granted, this video is not like the masterpiece of cinematography, but still, if it is made, but it's made with a purpose. Like, who is this video for and what objective does it pursue? Like I said, her energy does not travel past the microphone. It's all sitting right here. Like, it needs to go bigger even if you are speaking quieter. Quieter does not mean flat. Like, same thing with loud. Expressive doesn't mean loud. If you want to be reserved with your energy, you don't have to be quiet. And she's like quiet in a weird way. It looks like she doesn't want to do it. Girl, just if you want to do it, go home. And then she has this career of 20 years where you're just torturing yourself. I don't know. How did she become so popular if this is what she's giving? Again, this is a product of monoculture. Like, she was shoved in everyone's throat from all of the sources, resources, outlets over there. Again, maybe she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do it, but she has this Disney contract. Like I said, it makes me question a lot of things about Hilary Duff. Why doesn't she make eye contact with the camera? I'm shocked. I'm so shocked my headphones fell. All right, I actually did not expect it to go this way. Because I do like Hilary Duff. It's kind of embarrassing, low-key. Like, while I was researching things for YouTube and how to start a channel, how to launch a channel, there are many videos, like honestly too many videos of people out there telling you how to be a better public speaker, how to retain your audiences, how to gather audiences. Yet again, you didn't need to gather and find and scout audiences because audiences were already. I'm just so smart. I'm just writing. I'm being cocky because I'm so smart. I apologize. Anyways, like, she didn't have to do the hard work like we do, like me and smaller creators. Learn how to send your energy through the camera to you. So you are my audience and I'm talking to you like a real person. I don't see a camera in front of me. I see you. You know? Okay, I'm gonna stop playing here because I got a little cocky. But this is not good. Okay. I'll give you an example. She's doing the same thing. She's in front of the microphone, like, I am here with you, right? And she's like, my head, little voice, she can dance and look at you. And she gives you a side look from here, and she'd be like, side look from there, and she can look up. And it's all more interesting than she's just this way. All the way. She does not go past up here. What's the point? What? When Little Voices was released as a single in 2004, it came with a unique music video. Instead of a traditional shot video, was a live performance taken from Hilary Duff, The Girl Can Rock tour. It gave fans a taste of energetic stage presence. Okay, let me see. Maybe I found the wrong video. Okay, both of them say official. Official music video, another official music video. Honestly, I'm just not expecting very much here. It's cute. Has she always been this awkward? I think just after watching this video, it's more clear to me the difference between the real artist and like industry plans, if you know what I mean, like Disney Channel proteges. When the real artist is on stage, you see the life, the energy, the passion, the electricity is just going through their body, and they project that to the audience. And moreover, the audiences feel it, they see it, and they know it, that this person belongs on stage. Lady Gaga, Michael Jackson, Pink. I think Taylor Swift, I mean, I'm beating the dead horse, but anyways, like every time you see her on stage, there's no question that this is where she belongs. Me looking at Hilary Duff, I don't see anyone but an awkward teenager who she was. And this Disney machine is working great, you know, they're making money, good for them. But was it good for Hilary Duff per se? I mean, she seems to be doing all right. She's still touring 20 years later, but was it good for art? Would you call it great art? Something you pass down generations? I don't think so.
Let's see about track number 5.
I am so sorry. I'm going to apologize. I don't think this listening party is gonna go great. I don't know what is bothering me. I have so many questions for this time around. I don't have questions for Hilary. I have questions for people who were in the room recording with her, right? She gotta have like an acting coach. You have to have a producer. She has to be a director. But where's the emotional value? I got it. The first verse is her weakest spot. Now we're in the second one. So basically, if I just break it down, she says like, I'm not perfect. I'm clumsy. I make mistakes. I'm this kind of person, but I got you. Somehow I did something right. I don't deserve you. Reminds me of Katy Perry's song, I think I'm Still Breathing. Anyways, now we're moving on to the second verse. We already know that you're this clumsy, awkward girl and you got this awesome guy and you're listing the things that you do wrong. Like, I'm always driving, forget where I'm going, should have turned left, but I was thinking some song. I was thinking the song, just paint us a picture. I went in my head, imagine this girl who was like driving. I was like, oh my gosh. I just turned left there. I was just distracted singing. I was like, whoopsie. None of that. Again, no energy whatsoever. She's just saying words. There is a context. I don't see any of that. It even sounds like it's a sad song, but it's not. It's not a sad song. But her delivery is like, I'm always driving, forget where I'm going, should have turned left, but I was singing the song. What the makes me mad. She gives this energy on tour right now. Have you guys been? Has anyone gone on her tour? I know my guy, the Swiftologist, he went to her show and got a chance to meet her. I want to know, is she giving, what kind of energy is she giving these days? Where did I go right? How did I get you?
I don't know how I did, but somehow now I do.
All right, the bridge, we're repeating the same line. Where did I go right? How did I get you? What's different? Where is it coming from? The bridge section, it's quiet, it's different. Why? Why is it different? Is it coming from the place of insecurity? You're finding the strength, you're finding the love, you're confessing love, you're accepting love. All of that needs to be clear. Why? Why you all of a sudden speak softer? It's even though it's this softer, it's not even much softer than her other softer. You know what? I just need to take a chill pill. I think that I am overthinking it just a little bit. I'm going to take it down a notch, and I'm going to say a thing that I like about this song. I like the usage of that line because it is, where did I go right? We don't say that. We say, where did I go wrong? What did I do wrong? And you twist it. It's a very common trick for songwriters. Take a line that is very common and commonly used and then change like one word, twist it in an unusual way. And this is good. I like it actually. Where did I go right? No, this is a sweet song. Where did I go right? How did I get you? Sweet. I need the emotions. I know what you're doing. I need to understand why you're doing this. Because in this case, things will fall in place, and me as a listener, I will resonate with you, resonate with your emotion. Acting wasn't delivered, the emotions were not delivered, so this song just falls flat, although it has a great potential. I think that if a better singer, a performer, takes the song, Where Did I Go Right, re-records it, gives it their own twist, it would be a bigger song, I think.
Moving on.
Falling through the door, flying across the floor. When you look at me, suddenly it's clear you're
Try to catch your eye, things will never look the same. Now I can't deny, you're the moth and I'm a flame.
I don't wanna be anywhere but here.
Anywhere but here. This is better. Definitely better. The song is catchy. It's very easy because she is not a professionally trained singer. She doesn't have a crazy range. She doesn't have all those like runs and riffs. And she is an actress. So that's why maybe my expectation is sitting high. Like I am expecting her to live through every line. Like if you can't deliver it like Whitney Houston vocally, at least think about it. Think about what you want to say. This is where I got it. That's the root of all of my problems. Like Hilary Duff, you don't have a great voice. You don't have a great technique. I'm not talking about Hilary Duff these days because she, obviously, I would expect her to do a lot of training and have more experience. I'm thinking about Hilary Duff, who was 16, and not Hilary Duff particularly, but people who surrounded her, the whole team, right? There's a little girl who has a mediocre voice, no range, no singing experience and training. Well, you need to compensate. Compensate with what? With the emotional delivery, especially if you're betting on her being an actress and she can act those simple songs out. But I don't see it. Anywhere But Here is catchy, is vibrant, it works here, but I feel like every time we give her a ballad, like a one before, a little ballady. It's not a ballad per se, but it's a little ballady. That's when it goes completely flat, zero energy. Like, what are we even doing here? It's so heated today. Oh my god, this is not healthy. All right, chill vibes. Falling through the door, flying across the floor. When you look at me, suddenly it's clear you're burning up my dreams. Crazy as it seems, I don't wanna be anywhere but here. Anywhere but here. Oh, it's the over enunciation or over pronunciation. When you say it's gonna be May, or Britney's someone else gonna be me, someone else, but no May, action, poop, poop, poop. But you know that May, and same thing with here. So the here you say it's anywhere but here, but she says anywhere but here. anywhere but here. That's where I know this song from. Anywhere But Here was featured in the closing credits of Hilary Duff's 2004 film, A Cinderella Story. Okay, because I already know I'm a Cinderella Story fan. A stan. Cinderella Story stan. I stand by it. I was telling you that I definitely know this song, and I know it very well. The song's themes of longing and transformation resonated with the movie storyline, making it a fitting end note. Perfect.
Next song is everyone's favorite subject, the math.
The math, the nothing adds up. Tell me why I'm here.
Right, they're just working on the math, and it's like, if you can't do the math, nothing adds up. These are the two lines that the story is built around. Okay. I jumped the gun. Not only, well, not I jumped the gun. I wasn't really listening very carefully. Checked out for a second because this is boring. But now I'm listening to it more carefully and I'm looking at the lyrics. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Equation, minus plus, enough equals enough. You can do the math, nothing adds up. Not very deep, but just fun, which is, totally okay. The math was crafted by the powerhouse production team, The Matrix, who were also behind hits like Avril Lavigne's Complicated. They brought their signature pop rock sound to Hilary Duff's Metamorphosis album, giving it a catchy, upbeat vibe. That it's just like fun song, right? Like hot and cold, Katy Perry. Why do I keep referring to Katy Perry today? I'm in my Katy Perry mood. Something really easy to bop your head. One of those songs, I don't want to think too deep. I just want to have a good time. That's the one for you.
Love Just Is on track 8.
And nothing more. I don't know what I love you for.
Love just is. I have an idea for first verse, first chorus. Let's see if they do that later on, because I do recognize the song, but a little bit like call and response, like
Nothing less, nothing more, nothing more. I don't know what I love you for.
I love you for goes to your 2-3 voices. Do they do that, or is it just in my head? Oh yeah. I see. So going back to the message of the first two songs, that you can be anything you want. Life is just the way it is. Love is just is. I'm not gonna try to make sense out of you. I'm not gonna try to make sense out of us. Define love, right? How? Well, let's not be Juliet today. Let's not overthink things, and let's just say love just is. But yeah, call and response does happen. How do I know this song? Also, is it another soundtrack from A Cinderella Story? It doesn't say here if it's a soundtrack to any movie that I would possibly know. I am a Hilary Duff's fan. Maybe it would be hard for you to believe at this point, but I used to listen to her music a lot. And as a storyteller, I love, and I cannot appreciate it more than a through line message. The message that unites the songs all the fact that this song shares DNA with So Yesterday and Working It Out is awesome. This way it's easier to comprehend and understand the material when we know that we exist in the universe, established given circumstances, and we know who the main character, in this case Hilary Duff, is, because little by little we get a sneak peek in her mindset. We understand better what she's going through and what she feels, how she approaches life as a teenager. We can resonate with her experiences, and in this particular case she's questioning what love is. And sometimes love Just is.
Indeed. Now let's celebrate.
Discovering so much more in life.
16. Am I getting too old for this? Sweet 16. That part was Sweet 16 could be just a little bit more interesting. But I want to know, how old was Hilary Duff when she started with Disney? I'm going to look it up. Okay. Lizzie McGuire, the movie, Hilary Duff was 15. When did she start? 13. Okay. So when she started Lizzie McGuire, she was 13 years old. And the line that stands out to me, finally free to be who I want to be. And this message comes up with Hilary Duff again and again. She reemphasizes that the image of a good girl was artificially put on to her. I've heard her saying that many times. Recently, I saw it again when she went to call her daddy, and she said that she was coined as a good girl and she was labeled like a good girl label. It feels like she has a problem with that because she constantly brings it up, this rebellious things.
Like, I want to do what I want to do, I want to be who I want to be, but I'm this good girl and people just don't let me be.
I think her attitude towards that is like, we know how all bad girls ended, right? Lindsay Lohan, Britney Spears, Amanda Bynes. She was labeled a good girl and she managed to have a 20-year-long successful career. She has 4 kids. She seems happy. She seems healthy. But we know how all the bad girls ended up. I just let you sit with that for a second. So when Hilary Duff goes and complains that people didn't let her do everything she wanted to do because she was labeled a good girl, I don't think that's fair towards the people who were protecting you. The reason you are healthy and you are sane is because of those people who were trying to keep you as a good girl. They were telling you, you're a good girl. Don't go out to party or don't do drugs. That's not labeling. This is not coining. That's just someone who takes care of you, who cares about you. And then she sends this message to the world. People labeled me as a good girl. Who are the people? Like paparazzis are assholes anyway, but I did. I labeled you as a good girl. You were kind of like my role model. The title of good girl, her image of a good girl, build a career, build the fan base. People helped her to stay that way. And it's like, I just wanted to go bad. Girl. Not everyone gotta be bad. And I don't even know what's the problem. Why does everyone want to be bad bitches all of a sudden? There's nothing wrong with being a good girl. I don't know. Like, I'm a good girl. I was looking up to Hilary Duff and we were just fine. Here I am. Like, I live across the world from where I was born because I had goals. I had to commit to things. I had to make tough choices. And I had to say no to things like drugs and parties and alcohol and unhealthy, unstable relationships and men who did not treat me right. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You don't have to go to Call Her Daddy podcast and apologize for being a good girl. So, I don't know who's this message for, but something triggers me when Hilary Duff goes like people label me as a good girl because that's the only reason why you have a sustainable career over 20 years. You are able to do things. You have resources. You have agency. You have the support system. And first and most important, you have a fan base because you are the good girl. All the bad girls, unfortunately, don't have that.
Oh wow, I'm ready to lighten up the mood.
I didn't see this coming, but I'm Don't you start me up, there's no more messing around.
Come on and light me up. It's cute. It's very energetic. This song, lyrically, there's this section is a little weird. Like, you use me, you love me, and then you wrap me up, you reel me in, you use me again. I'm not sure. I think that's like another metaphor, or she's referring to something, but I'm not really catching on. If you guys know, let me know. The song is just like a little bop, bop, bop track.
Finally, we got to the title track.
Come on and give me a kiss. Come on, I insist. I'll be something new. A metamorphosis.
Cocoon. Such a weird word. Alright, she's rhyming cocoon and soon. I'm a little slow. She's turning into a butterfly. Okay, and then the album title finally comes in play because the butterflies, when they are caterpillars, they're in cocoon and then they're going through the metamorphosis and they turn into butterflies. Duh, doesn't all make sense now. It's basically like I was saying earlier, new beginnings, change, but I guess it was just more poetic that they went for this. What's that? The word's like a smart word, elevated word, metamorphosis, and they decided to use it for the album title to be original. Hey, listen, it takes a skill to put a word like metamorphosis into a song. You can be proud of that. So here it says, like, Hillary, as a teenager at the time of the song release, naturally would be forming into a young adult. She's changing, forming into something completely different and better. And I am very much on board with that, except the one line that says, come on and give me a kiss. Come on, I insist. Why there's always have to be a kiss? She is changing because she's growing up. She's changing because she wants to. Like, let's normalize that we can change just for ourselves. It looks like it was just an easy way out. They need to write something or like fill it in something really quick.
Come on, give me a kiss, come on, I insist.
The song build up is like, oh, I'm doing better, I'm getting better, things are changing for me, it's all awesome, and there is a boy. I was like, oh, not again. This is interesting. Hillary made it clear that the song wasn't about her ex-boyfriend, Aaron Carter, despite the rumors suggesting otherwise. She emphasized that the song's theme of getting over a boy was more general and not tied to any specific person. I wish there wasn't any person. I wish there wasn't any boy. And you're just getting over because you choose so. For your own benefit, for your own inner strength.
Last track on the album before the bonus.
Beautiful inside and out. Lead a great life without a doubt.
Inner strength? I just said that. Oh, I'm psychic. I can read your mind. Ooh. It is working. We're going from transitioning from metamorphosis to inner strength. Gotta learn to rely on you, beauty, strength, wisdom too. You're beautiful inside out. And this freaking boy,
Give me a kiss, I insist.
it's really bothering me that there was like a kiss line in Metamorphosis. I was just talking about the unity of the album, the cohesiveness. Although it kind of makes sense because in the first song she is getting over a boy, right? Like in So Yesterday. I guess that's just a part of, it's a very important part of the album, like getting over a relationship. And even the songs they're supposed to be on changing yourself, you still kind of reflect on that boy who broke your heart. Okay, I'm gonna let go of this idea. Moving on. Oh, that's it? Oh, it's only a minute and a half. So it's just like a little poem. And again, in the end, all you've got is you. The boy with his kiss is not gonna help us anyways. So that's how we ended. Finding inner strength within yourself. Now it all makes sense. That's why I love storytelling. I love storytelling. Yeah, in the end, all you got is you. Inner Strength is a special track on Hilary Duff's album Metamorphosis because it's the first song she wrote with her sister, Haley Duff. I know that the girls don't talk. I don't know. Like, I've heard bits and pieces here and there, but if you guys know a little bit more about Hilary and Haley's relationship. I think that's another rabbit hole that I don't want to go right now. But you know what? There is another album, Hilary Duff album, which I'm gonna do very soon. Stay tuned. I will research that and I will let you know. Okay, so we are getting close to the end. Inner Strength was the last song on the album, which is awesome. I love that we are finishing with the strong message, with this, like, well, I'm gonna read that quote. Chekhov believed that concise and focused writing is a sign of true artistic talent. Doesn't really give you a quote, but that's what I found. I know it in Russian. I just don't know how to translate it to English correctly. I was hoping that someone else has done it for me. But yeah, in a nutshell, like very concise messages like the song Inner Strength is very powerful. After having such a roller coaster like ride with the failures and the music videos and the things, questionable things about Hilary Duff's artistic delivery, emotional value, singing talent, and all of that. Like I've had such a ride, and we end here. It's nice. We have another song. We have one more song. Why Not was the bonus track on the Metamorphosis album. It was included in the original first release edition. That's why we're going to listen to it right now.
Why Not is bringing it home.
Take a crazy chance. Why not do a crazy dance? If you learn from
At least here we have some energy. It's actually pretty good. Eye contact.
Why not do the crazy dance?
It's downtown LA. Downtown and Hollywood Boulevard, obviously, with those dancers. So she can deliver when she wants to. Well, what happened? What happened with Little Voice? Did she like Why Not better than the other songs? I don't know. It's just a difference, like night and day. I'm glad that we redeemed ourselves. Hilary Duff redeemed herself. Why Not is the second single by American actress and singer Hilary Duff, which was originally featured as the soundtrack for the Lizzie McGuire movie. The song was included on Hilary Duff's album Metamorphosis, and lyrically, the song is about taking chances for opportunities that might not happen. There were two more songs, and Day in the Sun and Girl Can Rock, that were added to the album through many, many versions and editions. If you like them and you have something to share about those songs, please go ahead and leave them in this comment section below. And also, we have to make this comment section active. I'm getting like a good amount of subscribers and getting a good amount of views, but no one is commenting. Please, please, please be the first one. So I have some comments. Honestly, it's my husband. He is commenting on all of my videos. It's a secret. But please be the first one, the second, the fourth, the fifth person to leave a comment. I appreciate you all, and I'm looking forward to get to know you. Anyways, because I'm a theater geek, and I've been quoting Chekhov today, you might have noticed there is something very interesting on the set today. As you might have noticed, I have this beautiful burn book, and it is here for a reason. Like the Chekhov's gun, if it's here, we're gonna use it, obviously. But I'm not gonna do it. I think I know someone who would do it for us with pleasure. My cousin Vicky would be an ideal candidate because she is a time traveler. Vicky! Oh, hi, icons! Oh my god, I'm like so excited to be here. That's awesome. In the future? Oh, is this thing? It's working. Oh my god. The burn book, I am so excited that y'all are still into burn books. They completely slay. Well, Julia called me here for a reason. She said that she couldn't come up with a good burn book entry, but I am like so good at it. What's this thing? Oh, how does that work? Anyway, would you please tell me what album are you listening to?
It's Metamorphosis by Hilary Duff.
Oh, the Metamorphosis by Hilary Duff. I got it. And oh, she has my favorite pen. It doesn't smell. And I did not bring my Victoria's Secret sprays, but it's okay. I guess I'll be alright. Hilary Duff, The Metamorphosis. Property of vacay.
The vocals are so soft, you have to check if the volume is working. And the lyrics written like a diary entry, but the diary is empty.
Burn. All right. I'm gonna keep it here and leave it with you. So maybe I'll come back. I think it's a lot of fun. But anyway, icons, I will see you in the next one. I'm gonna hide it. Don't tell her where I put it, okay? See you next time. Bye, icons. Anyways, well, thank you, Vicky. You did an amazing job. How do I feel about Hilary Duff's album? Honestly, my expectation was different. Am I disappointed? I don't know. I've had so many hot takes. Yet again, I grew up listening to those songs, right? So I am a little disappointed looking back. A bigger question is, I went into this video hoping to investigate the Disney Twin Machine, right? How did it work? Why did it work? How did it work? We were able to figure it out. The monoculture resources and just the tween culture, tween system, we understand how did it work, right? My question is why? Because that does not look, I'm just gonna say it, it does not look good enough to be picked up by millions. Maybe like we didn't have anything better or besides that. Monopoly for the Tween Machine. All the rights were reserved by Disney and we didn't have anyone else, nothing to compare it to. These days, Tween Machine doesn't even exist anymore. Kids jump from being like a kid to a young adult. But anyway, I'm not gonna talk about a second rabbit hole for another 2-hour long video. I'm just surprised. I feel like I was expecting a little more, a little better. And I was pretty vocal about my frustrations. I think it's just the acting and the energy. Those are questions to the production team.
Thank you, Hilary Duff, for being an object for our studies today. Kids, this is what we call monoculture. One album, one artist, one sound, everywhere at the same time. You didn't discover this album discovered you. Metamorphosis launched Hilary Duff's music career, and it created a system that Disney would repeat for the next decade. And at the same time, it might have been one of the last moments where pop culture still belonged to everyone. And with that, we can check Hilary Duff's album Metamorphosis off the list.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. I had a blast. Give this video a like, and up until next time, stay iconic.